It's true that I'm sure there are designers who work often like studio artists work, singularly, within the context of their own studio, kind of working out problems. Designers of all ilks probably work that way individually. And the visual artists that we work with work that way as well. But then when they come together on a project to sort of explore how to build the world, because really that's what they're doing. They're making projects that are changing the built environment by and large. We do temporary projects, and we do projects that are related to information conveyance, not just making physical space. But a lot of our projects have to do with making physical space. And so in that way it is different. You're handed an assignment, you're handed a program, you're handed a challenge that you need to meet. How you meet it, however, is fairly open-ended. How you approach working with other people, how you approach interpreting the technical needs, how you approach interpreting the physical space is all very open-ended, and it can be a very creative process. So the artists and the rest of the team are certainly charged with making sure that their design ideas meet the programmatic goals of the client. And when I use the term client, my clients, as I said, are people like King County Wastewater Treatment Division or solid waste management, people that are charged with handling garbage on behalf of all of us. Clients like that, they obviously have a job to do. They obviously have a technical and practical concerns that they have to address, but within the context of how they go about doing that, they're all wanting to push their work further. And part of the way they can push their work further is through their physical plans and how those respond to the surrounding community, how they respond to their employees, how they reflect the work that goes on there. One of the biggest values, I think, that design teams have within the context of public work is showing the public the work. We often don't know all the different services that are being provided. We often don't understand those services, and part of the reason is we don't see them. One of, it kind of goes back to this opportunities and tools question too, but one of the things we've seen as our work has evolved is a basic shift in thinking about what public work is, and that can be something that is revealed to the public, that is inclusive of the public, particularly in terms of infrastructure. We used to have a situation with public infrastructure, wastewater treatment, solid waste management, where the public really wasn't invited in. It was gated off, it was closed off, you didn't really experience those services. Now we realize that part of understanding your role as an individual in any of those resource management streams is to understand the service and understand the process. So we're inviting people in more, and we're using design to create those places and facilities that do encourage people to come in. And then when they do, they are able to see themselves in the process. They're able to learn something about the service. They're able to see the work that's performed there. All of those things are done through kind of a conscious and creative effort by design teams and the client working towards being more inclusive and being more responsible.